Good morning, teachers and students. Today is Friday, February 15th, 2019. My name is Christina, and with me today are Angel, Azriel, and Jennifer. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance to our national and state flags, our national anthem, and a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one day under God, one and indivisible. I, Christina, pledge that I will arrive on time with all my materials ready to do my best. I will be a great listener, a hard worker, and encourage my classmates. I will act responsibly and accept consequences for my actions, and my classmates, teachers, and parents will be proud of me. Please remain standing for a moment of silence. Thank you. You may be seated. And now on to like a pride. P is for preparation. Be in school every day on time, wearing school uniform with all materials ready. R is for respect. Follow school rules, keep hands and objects to yourself, and respect teacher and peers. I is for integrity. Make good choices and always say the truth. Be a person of honest character. D is for dedication. Be an active learner, participate in class, do your own work, and always try your best. E is for excellence. Always strive for your personal best, be competitive, and have a positive attitude. Now on to Angel with today's menu.
Thank you, Christina. Good morning, Ligers. Today for lunch we will be having chicken drumsticks or glazed turkey sandwich with dinner roll, broccoli, and cheese cream, mashed potatoes, fruit variety. For breakfast on Monday, we'll be having mini blueberry waffles, 100% orange juice, milk, and fresh apples slices. Now on to Azriel with the birthdays and weather.
Thank you, Angel. Good morning, Ligers. Today's high is 91 with a low of 62, and there is a 10% chance of showers. Today's birthday is 4th grader Melanie Victor. This weekend's birthday are pre-K 4 students Angel Bravo, kindergartner Carlos Yepes, 2nd grader Jesus Mendez and Maribel Garcia, and 3rd grader Trinity Gonzalez. Now on to Jennifer with the words of the week. Thank you, Andre. Good morning, Ligers. This week's math word of the week is viewer. Preposition, viewer. Definition, consistent of a smaller number. Word in a sentence, John has fewer colors and than Anna. This week's answer of the week is ocean. Preparation, ocean. Definition, a large, deep body of salt. Water, salt water. Word in a sentence, we can hear the ocean from here. Now back to Christina with the words of wisdom. With the words of wisdom. Thank you, Jennifer. Good morning, Ligers. This is Christina with a few words of wisdom. Have you ever heard the story of the little mouse who really wanted to see the ocean, but it was very far away? Did he sit at home and feel really sorry for himself? Did he listen to the other mice who said, "Oh no, you can't see the ocean, it's too far for a little mouse like you to walk"? No, the little mouse didn't listen to who didn't believe he would see the ocean. He made the journey even though it was a long walk and it was hard at times. When he finally climbed over the last hill and saw the great ocean spread out before him, he felt so good about himself. He felt so proud, all the miles he had traveled. All the hard work was worth it to reach his goal. It's the same in real life. Some goals may take a long time to reach, like making the honor roll or making the all-star baseball team. But if you believe in yourself, keep your eyes on the goal and put one foot in front of the other. One day you'll reach your goal and feel very proud, just like the little mouse. With something to think about, this is Christina, Angel, Asriel, and Jennifer. Make it a great day or not.
The choice is yours.
Today there are no scheduled visitors to the library. Teachers, please call before sending students. The library will be open for extended library on Saturday from 8 to 10:30 a.m. This is for students who do not attend the Super Saturday classes. Teachers and students, just a reminder that the yearbook is on sale for $40. Please see Ms. Gonzalez, Ms. Lerma, or Coach Renata for more information. UIL members, please report to the library to get your UIL shirts for today's pictures. These are all the announcements for today. Have a fabulous, focused Friday. Enjoy today's story.
AR quiz number 195503. I'm Zach. I have autism. Some people say I have a disability. I don't see it that way at all. I am uniquely wired. I don't see the world the way most people do. I have an incredible brain, and I have a lot of gifts to share. My memory is amazing when it comes to the things I'm interested in. I used to be into trains. I mean, really into trains. It's like I had a train brain. I can tell you anything and everything about trains. The longest train on record was 4,568 miles. There are three categories of locomotives: passenger, freight, and shunting. The first train was built by Richard Trevithick in 1804. Speed limit of a U.S. freight train, 49 miles per hour. Top U.S. speed limit of a passenger train, speed limit 59 miles per hour. In other countries, trains can go over 200 miles per hour. A few years ago, I grew out of trains. Now I'm into watches. I mean, really into watches. I currently own 379 of them. I can remember everything I ever learned about watches. When I look at a watch, I totally get lost. I love to see the hands move. I always know what time it is. I love to see the gears turn. I love to see the numbers. I love to hear my watches tick. I can be with my watches for hours and lose all track of time. Hey, that's funny. When it comes to my watches, I hold them, listen to them, smell them, and if I could, I would eat them. When I go to bed at night, my watches go to bed with me. Sometimes I don't sleep. Neither do they. If you ever want to teach me something, try doing it from a watch's point of view. Then I just might understand. Zach, if a watch falls to the ground, it might break. Then it won't be able to move because its inside will be broken. If you don't wear your seatbelt in the car and we get into an accident, your insides might get broken. Then you won't be able to move. You might get tired of listening to me tell you about watches, but I will never get tired of talking about them. It's not fair. How come Zach can take his watches to bed with him, but I can't take my toys to bed with me? Because Zach's watches help him feel comfortable enough to fall asleep. Your toys might keep you awake because you'll want to stay up and play with them. Because of Zach, I have learned that fair doesn't always mean equal, and that's okay. Thank you, Zach, for sharing your gifts with me. Most of the time, I like doing things all by myself. I really don't like to talk to other people, especially people I don't know very well. I have my very own personal space bubble. I get to decide who I let into my bubble and when. Once in a while, my teachers have to remind me that other people have bubbles too. Oops. I don't like hugs very much, but my mom gives them to me anyway. She says I'm like hugging a prickly pear cactus. Sometimes I hug people at the wrong time. I just can't seem to figure out the hug thing. Oh, and you know what else? I hate it when the tags on my clothes scratch my skin. Oh, and another thing, I have a hard time knowing what you're thinking and feeling when I look at you. But that's okay. You can look at me and learn how I think and feel. And I have a hard time looking at you when you talk to me. When I try to do that, too much information goes into my head all at once and it makes me feel uncomfortable. That's because you talk with your eyes. Well, what do you think? I don't think that is a good idea. I love you. I'm not being rude when I look away. I'm just trying to protect myself. I see and hear the world a little bit differently than you do. My eyes and ears are really powerful, like a superhero. Whenever I look at something, I see all of it at once, really fast, and I can't stop it. My brain gets flooded. Too much information goes into my head at one time. That's why I have to look away. Sometimes it's easier for me to smell things than to look at them. I like to smell just about everything I touch. I don't like a lot of noise. It totally freaks me out. When I hear a noise, I hear all of it at once really fast, and I can't stop it. My brain gets flooded. I like to wear headphones to make the sound softer. But when I make loud noises, it doesn't bug me at all. Hey, that's funny. Zach has the ability to teach us that every person sees and hears things differently, and that's okay. Thank you, Zach, for sharing your gifts with us. Sometimes I flap my arms and my hands really fast. I love the way the air feels against my skin. Whenever I get excited, upset, bored, or anxious, I flap. It helps me calm down my brain and organize what I'm thinking. When I flap, you might think I look weird, but it's just my brain thinking on the outside of my body. As soon as I feel organized, I stop. You should try it sometimes. It really works. And my teacher says it's great exercise. Because of Zach, we're able to feel the air against our skin, organize our brains, and get some great exercise. Thank you, Zach, for sharing your gift with us. I am a spinner. I love to watch things go around and around and around. I spin toys, I spin wheels. I try to spin everything that I can hold. And I love to spin me. The faster I go on the outside, the quieter I feel on the inside. When I spin, I can feel the world. You should try it sometime. It really works. Because of Zach, we're able to see that when the world around us is spinning out of control, we sometimes need to start spinning with it. Thank you, Zach, for sharing your gifts with us. It's really hard for my brain to come up with my own words to say, so sometimes I borrow words from other people, you included. I love to hear myself talk. Once in a while, words get stuck in my brain, and then I say them over and over and over again. It's fun for me to predict what's coming out of my mouth. I'm like a word copy machine. If I like the way something sounds, I can make a lot of copies. Grandpa has stinky breath. 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 Since Zach likes to borrow words from others, he helps all of us become more mindful of what we say. Thank you, Zach, for sharing your gifts and making us laugh. In some ways, I am different than you, but in a lot of ways, we are the same. I feel bad when other kids are mean to me, just like you do. I feel alone when other kids don't include me, just like you do. I feel hungry, tired, hurt, cranky, cold, hot, thirsty, yucky, and sad, just like you do. It's just harder for me to talk about it. I embarrass my big sister when I laugh at the wrong things and she thinks I act strange around her friends. I don't mean to. I'm just being me. Everything I do and say has a purpose. It might not make sense to you, but to me it makes perfect sense. It's my normal. Zach has taught me to accept the fact that everybody's wired differently. And that's okay. Thank you, Zach, for sharing your gifts with me. My little sisters get jealous and feel left out because I get a lot more attention from our parents than they do. I don't learn from watching other people. I mostly learn from things that people teach me. I'm a black and white thinker. To me, there is no gray in life. So please don't expect me to be able to read between the lines. My brain is very crowded and busy, so it takes a lot of patience, repetition, practice, and hard work to teach me new stuff. I'm super smart in some areas, but I struggle with the little things in life, like getting dressed. Mom and dad had to spend a lot more time with me than my sisters. Sometimes I just wear them out. Zach has taught us to be more independent. He also has helped us become more patient. Because of Zach, we're better at sharing and making compromises. Thank you, Zach, for sharing your gifts with us. I am Zach. I have autism. Some people say I have a disability. I don't see it that way at all. That was Uniquely Wired by Julia Cook. AR level 3.6, AR points 0.5, AR quiz number 195503. Enjoy.